Hi, good morning, class. So, right now we are going to practice a speaking question number 4. Oh, yeah, can you turn off the lights? Thank you. Yeah, you know what that means. So, you'll need to get out a piece of paper. Yeah, blank piece of paper. And to prepare your notes on that piece of paper, you should have the letter T and the letter D and the letter E. This is one strategy for note taking that the fellow in the video, Joseph, had suggested earlier, and I think it's a pretty good strategy. So, the first thing you're going to see, of course, in your notes, you'll have a T, a D, and an E, or EX. You're first going to see a reading, much like you would have to, read something before an academic lecture in a regular college. You would have this reading of a new topic. Let's say the topic of the reading is camouflage. Well, the T represents the title, and so of course you write that down. You write down the word camouflage if that's in fact what the title or the topic is. And the D stands for, that's right, stands for definition. And so within that reading, there is an essential definition. There may be 2 parts to the definition. It would be wise to write down everything that is pertinent to the definition of the title. How much time do you have to write this down? 45 seconds. So it might be behoove you. It might be advantageous to write down as much as you can, because later on you're going to have to maybe cross out and edit things. We'll get to that later, of course. So the T, write down the title, of course the definition, and then, of course, as you guys remember, there's an E. Now that is found in that's right, the lecture. So the lecture is going to provide an example of the topic from the reading. The topic as defined by the reading. So let's say the example is camouflage, and the passage defines camouflage, and of course in the lecture you'll hear an example of how camouflage manifests itself, maybe like in frogs or something. And so in the lecture they'll be explaining all of that. So you got a piece of paper ready? I'm going to post something up here on the big screen for 45 seconds. Right after that, you'll hear a lecture. Okay? Then you'll be prompted with the question. You'll have 30 seconds to think about it, and in that 30 seconds, edit. Cross out all the information that you're not going to be needing for your answer. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Now listen to a lecture on this topic in a business class.
Let's look at a couple of cases to see the equity theory in action. We'll talk about this theory in terms of an imaginary employee. Let's call him Bill. In the first case, a co-worker of Bill's named Sally has the same job title as Bill and does the same amount of work. She makes a little less money, but she has more flexible hours. She can leave work earlier or come in later if she needs to, whereas Bill is paid a little extra to be available during certain set hours. He can't come and go like Sally can. Oh, and they have similar offices. In this situation, Bill will feel satisfied with his job if he values the extra money more than the flexibility of work hours. That's because, in his opinion, he receives equal or better return for his contribution than Sally does. According to the equity theory, Sally will also feel satisfied if she values the flexible hours more than the extra money. Even though she does the same amount of work as Bill or makes the same contribution, she knows that her schedule is much more flexible than Bill's. Sally is satisfied because the return for her contribution is more valuable to her than her co-worker Bill's would be. The second case is different. In the second case, a co-worker of Bill's named Tom has the same job title and set hours and does the same amount of work as Bill. But Tom makes less money and has a smaller office than Bill. So in this case, Tom will not feel satisfied because he receives a lower return for his contribution than his co-worker Bill does.
Using points and examples from the lecture, explain equity theory. 30 seconds. Okay, everybody all at once. No partners. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, in just a few moments, we will resume the practice. You'll go, one person, then the next person. We're going to pause the video in just a moment there, but go ahead and turn in your book to page 268. You'll be able to look at the reading again, and you'll see a sample of what notes could look like right below that. They're on page 268. Go ahead and pause the video and talk with your neighbor. What did you catch? What did you hear? What would make a good, strong answer? Talk with your neighbors. You'll speak. My substitute will listen for about 1 minute. Go. Pause the video. All right, now we're going to do it one at a time with your partner. So everybody's chosen a partner, people sitting with you, sitting next to you, right? Everybody know who's going to speak first? Who's speaking first? You are? Are you going to go first? Okay, good on you. Yeah. Okay. So everybody say, "Hey partner, I believe in you." Yeah, could have had more feeling in it. That's not bad, but yeah, I don't know if you actually believe in your partner, but that's not important. So, first person in your group, the professor provides an example of equity theory. Explain equity theory in light of that example. First person in your group, 3, 2, 1, go ahead. Okay, tell your partner, hey partner, I like how you, maybe you could work on, I like how you organized your ideas. Maybe you could work on using more transitional phrases. Maybe you could get to your main point faster. Mm. All right. All right. So second person in your group. Um, so everybody say, "Hey, partner, I believe in you." I can't hear you. Okay, I know. I'm in a video. Okay. So second person in your group. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Okay, tell your partner, hey partner, I like how you, maybe you could work on, I like how you organized your ideas. Maybe you could work on using more transitional phrases. Maybe you could get to your main point faster. Okay, now we're going to listen to a sample response from your book on page. Oh, wrong way. There it is. 281. So, 281, you'll see a sample response. Yeah, you're turning in your book right now. Everybody's turning in your book right now. Yeah, you're good. I'm watching you. All right, so I'm going to play the audio while you look at that sample response on 281. And in just a few moments, we'll get a chance to practice pronouncing that one.
Sample response. Example question 4B. Page 281.
The examples given in the lecture describe the pay and benefits of some employees and describe what equity theory says about their job satisfaction. Equity theory says that people compare what they get out of the company to what they put in, and this is called return for contribution. The professor talks about two employees that get equal work and offices, but one, Bill, gets more pay and less flexibility in his schedule, and the other, Sally, gets the opposite. Equity theory says that if Bill likes money more than flexibility, he'll be happy. And if Sally likes flexibility more, she'll be happy too. They'll both feel that they get the same or better returns for contribution than the other one. Then the professor contrasts this with another employee, Tom, who does the same work but for less money and in a worse office. The theory says that Tom will be unsatisfied because he gets less return for contribution than the other employees.
Now, this example from the book is not an ideal answer. It's just a sample answer. So, what we're going to do right now is everybody's going to read out loud while I set the clock up, and just read from the book there on page 281, the sample answer. Everybody all at once, no partners. Read from the book on page 281. Ready? 3, 2, 1, read. Okay, everybody. Now, decide who in your group there wants to say it one more time. We're just going to say it in your own words one more time. And so decide who in your group who's going to go first. Who's going to go? She's going to go. Who's going to go in your group? Just in your own words. Who's going to say it in your own words? Okay, you decided? Alright, here we go. So, last time, in your own words, using points and examples from the lecture, explain equity theory. And 3, 2, 1, go ahead.